everybody. Friday again. Where are these days going? We're on the 21st of February and we're going to be doing number 522. So just to warn you, in terms of Facebook, they are going to be removing old videos, and any new videos we put up are going to be gone at the end of 30 days. So I just wanted to let you know about that. Of course, we have our wonderful Chris, who does download them and put them onto YouTube for us. So if you're a little bit longer than 30 days of watching them, you're going to have to go over to YouTube to find them. The YouTube page for Tile Sanntangle is really easy. You just have to go and find the word Sanntangle, do a search, and all your tiles are there. They're all in different book formats, different thumbnails. Chris is really good at keeping that up to date. So you actually might find it easier to do that than to scroll down and watch them on here. But I just wanted to give you the heads up. So thanks to Leslie for making sure I knew about that yesterday. So, okay, we're ready today. What do I have? I've got a sorbet tile. It's one of the sort of the lilac-y colours there. It is. It looks a bit blue on screen, but it's very pale. And I've added a little bit of a purple ink. Now, I've done it quite rough because sometimes it's nice to have that bit of texture. Oh, hello, everybody. Oh, Kathy, you're in Madrid. Oh, I bet it's warm there, isn't it? I mean, to be fair, we think at 15 degrees it's warm here. So, gosh, one only knows what it is like there. So, hi, everybody. Lovely to have you with us. So, okay, what have I got then? I'm going to come in straight away with pen today. You don't have to. If you would rather do it pencil first, please feel free. That's absolutely fine. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. He's going to link the YouTube in, so at least we can still get them. Okay, so I'm going to start. Now, again, if you want to sort of work on this side, it doesn't matter whether this becomes exactly the same as mine or a little bit different. And you know what I mean. I'm left-handed, so I'm always going to sort of do something on this side, aren't I? So here we go. I'm going to come in and I'm going to put myself the shape in. Looks a bit weird. I know. It's fine. So let's put some little loops in. Okay. Let's do one there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put myself a little extra line in. And then from there, I can come along and I'm going to put lines in. All of those, fill in that space there, you see? Okay. So, I'm going to do another one. I'm sticking to this side of the line. And again, I'm going to put that line on. See that little gap there? I'm going to fill it with a bit of ink. And then around we go. And put those in, like so. Alright, in we go. So this time, I think I'm going to do one this way. I'm going to sort of put my line in. I'm going to come and do the extra lines in a short while. I think what I'll do, I'll draw my loops first. Any gaps, look, I've filled with ink. And I'm going to do one here. I'll put my line in. Let's do one there, look, a bit smaller, put my line in. And I want to kind of work it round, so I did that all in one go then, you see that? Look, along with the loop and then you come back up. It just sort of flows. Let's do another one. Back up. So here I'm going to put another one in there, look. So every now and again, I am getting these extra little pieces in. Let's do one there. Of course, if you want to do those lines that I did at the beginning, as you're going along, that's fine. But so I'm going to sort of show you where it's headed. And then I'm going to come back in and do those little lines. So you don't have to start in the middle for these. This doesn't matter because they're really small, so if they don't match, it's fine. It's just kind of a little bit of extra interest inside those shapes. Let's put that one in. And here. So we're going to let's work our way up that way. Same along here. I'm sort of putting my lines in. Okay. Sort of along this bit. So it depends, you know, if you want to just fill this in, you can. Look, you can add a little bit extra to it in a minute. And you could use bubbles if you want to. But you see, it just sort of gives that bit of interest. So what we all up to this weekend then? Oh, Kathy's in Madrid. Gosh. Anybody else going away, or are you already away? Yeah, going to make the most of the lack of sunshine in the UK. Now you see there, look, I've got a bit of a gap. That's how that's going a little bit. See there? I'm going to make that a bit more interesting. I'm going to put a bubble in. I'm going to fill around the outside edges. Looks like I meant it. You might not have that, or you might have it somewhere else. If you have, go ahead and do that. And then what I want to do on this side is I'm going to come in sort of in the middle like this, and I'm going to put a little fill in. So I do have my 05 pen lying around here. I'm sure I have. I've organised myself so they're all in my essential folder. And that means that I can throw that in my little travel bag. I carry my hobby bag, and there you go. I do mean to actually make another A4 essential folder, the same fabrics that I've made my hobby bag, and then it'll all match. Oh, cruise ship to Barcelona. In Barcelona. Oh, so a platinum dinner. Is that like a 3-course, or is it more? Is it a real posh place where you have silver cutlery and you have to start from the outside and work your way in? Sounds like you're all having a great time. Oh, of course, Wendy. Yeah, racing season. I know. I'm actually going to have a few days off. End of April, May, because I'm going on a sewing retreat. No, I thought, yeah, fancy the idea of that. I'm going to do it. So I've booked it, so everybody's going to have to cope with me, without me. Poor Stuart Hillard. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, come back to my 3, and I'm going to put myself a little line around here like this. And kind of along. Oh, spun out of control there. Oh, Sue, oh, right, I get you. Sorry, Sue. Platinum anniversary, goodness me. Okay. Oh, no, Fran. Okay, I'm going to put myself a line all around this one as well. Right into that bit. So I'm going to follow the shape round as best I can. Okay. Just kind of gives it that little bit of a frame shape. Round we go. Same with this one. Okay, I'm going to be busy this weekend. I've still got things to do for Hobby Maker. And a couple of weeks on the trot that things are happening there, so it's going to be a bit busy. Okay, so I'm going to do another line now. You see I've started quite thin there. Then I'm going to sort of work my way out. I'm going to get a little bit wider. Don't get too carried away, just a little bit. And then as I come round, I'm going to sort of swing it off like that. Okay, so I'm going to come in a little bit. Again, start wherever you like. I'm going to start here. Or do I? Yeah, because I'll get bigger as I go. And I'm, you know, we normally do like a figure of 8 like this. I'm going to change it a little bit. And I'm going to make little like U shapes. Or S shapes. Or U shapes. Whatever works. And I'm going to fill the space. You see. Now, if they're real close together, you see, you get a sort of more depth. It's a bit darker, of course, because you've got more black ink. But as I sort of work my way around here, I'm going to open them up a little bit. You know, widen the stance, and just changes the whole feel of them. So let's get this going. So almost on that corner, look. So let's sort of open it out. But you see I've gone a bit wider. And You see the difference? So as I sort of work my way around here, now it's going to sort of keep that width, but it's going to get a bit taller. So follow the space, follow the shape. You see? That's it. So it's sort of wandered off along there. So I'm going to do another one. So again, a little bit narrow there, but not too much because we're going to put something in this. And I'm not going massively wide. But when I get to here, I'm sort of going to, again, swoosh it off. And then let's have a look. I'm going to put a little sort of square rectangle things in there. Along. Oh yes, so we used to go to York quite a lot because John did a lot of work on the Foss barrier. Just before COVID, he was there for about 3 years sorting it out, and then I think he did about 12 months into COVID, you know, the working from home business, but then the contract ended, so. So yeah, you know, he knows York pretty well. He was there every day. Okay, you see, I'm just sort of adding these shapes in. I'm using the space I've got. And my shapes are getting bigger or smaller, depending on what I've got in front of me. Now, if you get to the end and you think, oh, do I have to squish a shape in? No, you don't have to. You can take it off the page so it looks like it's disappearing, you see? Okay, so now I'm going to pick two sides. So I'm going to go top and left. Top and left. You see I'm thickening it up a bit? So you can do any two. When I say any two, you don't want to do top and bottom or side and side. You want to do a top or a bottom and a left or a right, and then follow your own rule all the way down. Go into that one and that one. You see how that works? All the way down. And keep following that. So I'm going to, not changing. See, sometimes you can change things around a bit, but on this occasion I'm keeping them to how I want them on that side. Like that. Okay, let's have a little look at that. You see, so you've got a little bit of 3D going on there. Okay, next bit then. So I'm going to sort of concentrate on this side. I'm going to imagine I've got somewhere in the middle here, so I'm sort of coming in a bit of a curve, but I want to do it all the way around, see. So I'm going to go one there. Look. Now I'm kind of keeping my hand where it is, and I'm moving my paper underneath me. Okay. All the way around. So you see, it almost feels like it's going to a similar place at least. Okay. So next little bit then, I'm going to put myself a line in. Now, I'm not going to do a solid line here. What I am going to do is I'm going to follow this. I'm going to do that first one, like that. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come into the next bit, but I'm going to sort of offset it a bit. Right, following this shape, look, where I'm offsetting it a bit each time. Offset, you see? So following that shape round, but each time it goes down a bit. It sort of drops a little bit, you see? It's like an offset each time. So I'm going to do another one of those lines, like that, see? And then follow it round as before. So I'm just dropping it ever so slightly each time I do it. And into that one. And that one. Okay. So similar thing, I'm going to come down here. I'm going to kind of follow this shape anyway. So this time I'm going to do two. See, it's a little bit wider. See, and then that one went that way. That one's going to sort of go off the page a bit. And then along there, see? And drop it a little bit, see? Look, a little bit lower. Same there. A little bit lower. Same there. A a little bit lower, and you're not going to see that one because it's sort of kind of disappeared. Okay, so let's have a look at this space here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to completely ignore sort of shapes in a sense now. I'm going to draw a wavy line, but every time I get to that line, I'm going to sort of slightly change it. Okay, so they're not touching. It's not just a full wavy line. It's sort of offset a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to go in a little bit, I think. See, on this wavy line, I'm going to draw myself 1, 2, 3, 4 little petals. Now if I get to the end and I think I want to put one there, I can't fit a whole one in, so I'm going to fit a part one. And then I can do like 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do a few of those in there, look. So I'm not trying to sort of match them exactly, just sort of where they fall. So maybe I'll get a little bit of one on the end there, look. And really easy to draw these, like little figure eights. Okay, that one. It's really nice to do. And you notice that my loops, I'm avoiding drawing them over the lines. That's because then we don't really want that line going through our little petal shapes. Oh, sorry, wandered off there. Into there. Into there. Oh, and do one sort of into there. Let's have a little look at that. Okay. So in my little gaps, if you can fit them, I'm going to put a couple of little leaf shapes. So put one on the end there. It's a little bit too tight there, so put a couple there. It seems that I've kind of got a bit of a pattern going. I'm going to imagine that there's a couple there, like the inside, because they seem to all be in the middle. Let's put that one there. They don't have to be the same at all. I'm not going to get anything there really. Okay. And then I'm going to bring myself some curls down the bottom here. So coming off of those flowers, yeah, some curls in. Again, they don't have to be the same. Just kind of look at the space you've got and think, right, I'm going to put a few of those in. Maybe change it up a little bit like there. Right. And if you find that one sort of, you see it's on the end, I can sort of miss it a bit and do the other bit. And along we go, so put a few of those in. Real straightforward. Lots of little curls and things, all on that one side. Okay, as it gets smaller, you're not going to see all of them. Just put some in. Okay, let's have a little look at that. All right, so we've got that pattern going on along there. So I'm going to come back to not this first one, this one here, this little stripe that we did here. And I'm going to do there is bring in a little bit of a kind of a 2-line design. See, here we go, 2 lines. And then I'm going to do the same again. So it's almost like a zigzag, but I'm coming back on myself. See, so I'm doing the zigzag, but then I'm coming back. All right, I'm going to go in a little bit closer so you can see that again. So let's put those 2 lines in. So see that one there? There's my zigzag, and then I'm not doing a line here. I'm going back into that triangle. And that one, look, like so. Okay. Next one. So put those 2 in, bring that one down, and that one goes back there. And those 2. And those 2. Next one. And in there, and there. There and there. There and there. So you see, each time I'm starting again, so I'm not trying to match the zigzags, anything like that. It's all about each individual one. So there, see, backwards each time there, into the triangle. And this one. So each one is kind of an individual, like we are. So I'm going to do that one that way, look, just because I can. To there, and up to there. You see, so we've got these random little kind of triangle shapes. Now what we'll do, I'm going to come back. Actually, I'm going to come back with my 05 pen. And again, I'm going to choose a side. I'm going to go in with this one, this left side. And each one, I'm going to add a little bit of thickness to that left side. Okay, going across the whole kind of shape there. Okay, left side, every time. All right. Just changes the pattern up a little bit. It gives it a little bit of extra texture. Left, left. Okay. So I'm going to go back to my 3 now, and I'm going to look at this little row here. So I'm going to give myself a little border on each side. All right, don't make it too big. Just a little border. And I'm going to do that on every one. So I'm going to do top and bottom on each one, and then I know I've done it. And we can kind of distinguish that one. That one there, look. And that one there, just a little bit. See, I'm not going to see any more. Okay. So, let's do it in this one first, so you can, this one, because it's a full one. So I'm going to come across there, look. I'm going to do these little cross shapes. And again, see, that one's going to go up there a little bit. I'm going to treat each one as an individual and just kind of let it go, however it's working. See, this one, you're not really going to see those bottom sections, but you're still going to see a few top bits. And then here, look, so I'm going to start there because I'm going to get a full one in there. And then that one. And then here, it's kind of a bit of a little bit of a guesswork, see? And then there you're going to see the bottom of that because I've got my line there. And those ones. To there. Oh, hello, Joanne. I saw your name pop up there. Hope you're well. And to there, look. Alright. So you see we've got these little like diamond shapes in between now. What I'm going to do is create myself a little shape inside like that. And of course, if I get a part one, you're going to get a part shape. Same on that side. There, you're going to get a little bit of one. And Joanne, you're okay. You're forgiven because you were too busy tangling. That's fine. You can catch up with this again. But only for 30 days because Facebook is going to be removing videos after 30 days from now on. So if you find that you're taking longer to watch them than 30 days, it's fine, because Chris very kindly takes them and downloads them onto YouTube, so you'll still be able to get them. Okay, so you see where we've got these triangles now. I'm going to come back in again. You can choose top or bottom, doesn't matter which, and I want to kind of fill it with lines. So I'm sort of going from the middle. You don't have to, it's quite small, so it won't really matter, but it's just a habit, it's a thing I do. In with those. So I'm just going to keep that going. See, I like to get that middle, so I've got a line on that point there. And then same along here. And to that one. So it just sort of, again, gives that little bit of build up there. As you build up these little patterns and these little lines, you can start to sort of, so put that in there. You know, just sort of live in the moment and just chill out for a bit. See, let's have a little look at it. Okay, so far so good. I think down this bottom end here, you see where you've got those little diamondy kind of shapes at the bottom. I'm just going to come and put like a little tiny droplet. Right, so I'm going to get one in there. Maybe a part one. So just sort of bringing it into shape there. Oh, that's a good idea, Joanne. Yeah. I can understand them. There must be millions and millions of videos. And I know they all take space up. But, you know, we do put them onto YouTube, so it's fine. All right, I'm just going to come in with my 5. You see where we've got these lines here either side? I'm going to fill those in. I could have used my brush pen, but it's a fine line there, so using my 5's okay. Do them at the same time. See how much it changes just doing that. Okay. Along into those. And sort of keep it going. Right, to those bits. Into those. Okay. So I got my black brush pen out. Reason being is because you know this section here. I'm going to put something underneath it because what I want to do is come on in and I want to completely fill that with black. And I always find the brush pen gives you, even if you have to do 2 layers, it will give you a better finish than using your fine liners. Plus, who wants to use a fine liner to fill in this kind of size space? So, brush is brilliant for that, and it's a lot quicker. Yeah. You don't want to spend half an hour trying to fill this in. In a couple of minutes, will do the job just fine. Okay, I'm just going to continue that from there, I think. It's always nice to have that border around, isn't it? So at least you know. You can slightly shave it off if you need to. Let's do this bit in the middle. Look, there's a little bit there, look as well. Just sort of work it round. I'm not trying to use the whole thing. It's just sometimes you only need the point, but you can then sort of push down a little bit more and you can get a slightly thicker sort of spot. See, there we go. So what I would normally do, you sort of kind of let that dry, and then I'd come in and do another layer. Well, you know, I'd probably do it now and then. I said I'd have done it at the beginning of the piece when I'd drawn it and then come back and do it, but yeah, sometimes you don't need to do 2 layers. That's fine. Gives it a nice sort of soft, when I say soft finish, it just looks polished because you've gone over it a couple of times. There you go. Okay. So I'm going to bring my pencil in. Let's have a look. Yeah, I've got a sharp one. All right. Oh, Joanne, yes, I will be doing some of those boards that I did in class for Hobby Maker on Wednesday. I'm hoping to get them done for Wednesday anyway. So, absolutely. But, okay, start here. Right, I'm working on a couple of shows in one go at the minute because, of course, they've got their birthday events the week after. So, got that on as well. So we've got some cracking new little bits and pieces for you for that. Well, we've got a couple of shows on Wednesday first. You see I've added pencil to those. I'm going to tortillon those out a little bit. Let's bring them out a touch. Okay. Now, softening as usual. I'm trying not to fill the whole piece, but some are quite small, so you can't help it. All right. Oh, Vicky, I know. I'm sorry. But I have so many ideas. Soon, I'm not actually having a stand there, but I'll probably go, but I'm not going to have a stand there. I think, I'm sure our dog sitter, she's great. Benji, does she really want, he'll be what, a 4-5-month-old puppy? He's a bit of a handful, but he's lovely. Okay, so I've got some pencil around that. I've only gone on one side, reason being is there's not much space there. And let's soften that off. There you go. All right. And look. I think sometimes, doing shows as well is so expensive. Okay. I think I'm going to bring my white chalk pencil in at this one. Oh, Kathy, yes, I did say I was going to do an online class. I've just got to get round to sorting it. So I'm hoping to get one in March. So if I can have a look at that over this next week and organise what I'm doing, then I can get that on the website so you can start to book it. It's going to be kind of mid-March. I think that was what we planned. I say we, hi. All right, I hope you're keeping up with me here. Sorry, I'm waffling away and not explaining what I'm doing. All right, I'm bringing that white chalk in here. Be nice to do a project online, wouldn't it? Oh, thanks everybody. Oh, Sue, Saturday. Yeah, if I can, it depends on the date. I'll see if I can get tickets for the Saturday as well. And then we'll have to wear our badgies, won't we? I think we all need to wear our Dobby badgies. Okay. So you see I've got a little bit of white around the edge there as well. Now this one's a little bit different because remember we did that bit of shading in there. We've got to kind of do a little bit of shading in those areas as well. Just a little bit because they're quite small anyway. All right. I know, Kathy, but you do need to come to class. We've had this conversation. He'll love it here. We will. Yeah, all right. Oh, see, little bits. And then I'm going to bring my white pencil in. The corners that we're not quite getting any graphite in. It's going to kind of add a touch of white in there. Only if you can. I know they're very small. And the chalk doesn't like to go over the top of the graphite once you've done it, but we're only touching it in. So, next one's a little bit different because this is where we started offsetting. I'm going to move it out of the way now, we don't need it. So, what I'm going to do, choose a side. I'm going to go with this side. And I'm going to fill it all the way down, like a little bit on the edge there. Okay? And then I'm going to go with this one. And then this one. See? So each one. And I'll put a bit at the edge. It's because it's falling off the tile. So, a little bit there. But I'm only doing one side. But I'm going in quite heavy. Alright? And while I'm at it, I'm going to come around and do some around the top as well. There you go. Okay. So, Tortillon, first thing, let's swirl this top edge around a bit. Just want to get it going. I don't want to sort of drag it down the piece. I want to leave it a nice controlled line along the edge there. Okay, gives me that little bit of shadow. So then, it doesn't matter where we start here. I'm going to sort of go back and forth. I'm not going to swirl back and forth. I'm going to do a bit there actually. I'm going to make sure that that's nice and dark, and then I'm going to bring it kind of about halfway around. Alright, so I am giving it a little bit of pressure there to sort of move it along. Same in this one. It needs a little bit more. So I'm going over everything we've done there. Sort of giving it that little bit of extra kick there. All right. So I'm going to go back to my 05 pen. Where is it? 05. And those lines where I've got my darkness there, I'm going to bring that line back in. So it's a little bit thicker, you see? Like that. Along there. It's kind of reinforcing and just bringing that line back. It's quite important. And I'm going to do the same along here. Don't try and do it all in one go. You know, stop and start. You've got those lines that you can do that, and nobody's going to know how long we go. So, sorry. All right, back in with oh, Sue, yeah, we should all wear Dobby badges. That'd be great. I'm going to do now. See on the edge? So this is one, the left-hand side is where I put my dark bit. So the right-hand side is where I'm going to add in a little bit of my pencil here, or my chalk. Okay, so where we've got real darks, we need lights as well. I've got my black pencil lying around. Probably not. That's okay. Okay, so I've gone in kind of heavy there. You see? So what I do need to do is I could do with a cleaner Tortillon. Don't want to mix it. There you go. Okay. And let's sort of see what we can do with this. I don't want to soften it completely, so I'm just going to very gently brush it side to side. All right? Like that. And just sort of work it along in bits. Okay. There we go. And we'll go with that bit. Just soften it gently, it's quite a lot. Okay. So coming back in just for a moment with my regular pencil. Just want to make sure it's nice and dark in those corners. There we go. Sometimes, you just want to go back in just to be sure it's going to work. And of course, it depends on what colour tile you've got as well as to how dark it kind of wants to be. But I think that's probably enough. So we're getting that nice sort of little bit of 3D going on there. Okay. So last thing to do, a bit of a signature. So I'm going to go back to my 3 for that. And there it is. Always sign your work, especially if you're going to put a picture on social media of it. Okay. So there we go. So this is going to last for 30 days, as we said at the beginning. So make sure you catch up, or you can download it and save it, or go and have a look at it on YouTube. But for now, I'm going to get back to designing and printing fabrics as we need them for orders. And everybody else, have a lovely weekend. Enjoy this. Love to see how it's going. Can you imagine this actually? There's, I don't know, 2 or 3 or maybe 4 tiles put together. That would be quite interesting. So yeah, other than that, have a good one everyone, and take care, and I'll catch you again on Tuesday. All right, see you soon. Bye.